How Huawei plans to rival Nvidia in the AI chip business by Josh Ye, Reuters, November 7, 2023. Hong Kong, November 7. We have a photograph here of Ren Shengfei, Huawei CEO. US curbs on the sales of advanced artificial chips by Nvidia to China are creating an opening for Huawei to win market. Creating an opening for Huawei to win market share, with sources saying it won a sizable AI chip order from Chinese tech giant Baidu this year. Better known globally for its telecoms and smartphones businesses, Huawei has for the past 4 years been building an AI chip line. Here's what we know about its Accent AI chip series and its main product to rival Nvidia's A100 chip, the 910B. Why and how did Huawei enter the AI chip business? Huawei first unveiled its Ascend 910 in 2018, and the tech chip was officially launched in 2019 as part of a strategy to build a full stack AI portfolio and become a provider of computing power. That same year, the company became the target of US export controls. At the time, Huawei claimed that its chip was the world's most powerful AI processor, and Chinese media reports said the original Ascend 910 was manufactured on a 7-nanometer process. Huawei said the chip could deliver 256 teraflops for half precision floating point FP16 operations and 512 teraops for integer precision calculations (ENT8). The company also touted the chip's efficiency, saying that its max power consumption was 310 W, which it said had exceeded Huawei's original target at 350 W. The chip, however, failed to dent Nvidia's dominance both inside and outside China. Nvidia introduced its A100 and H100 chips in 2020 and 2022 respectively, which swept up the majority of the AI chip market share globally, a trend supercharged by the emergence of the generative AI. Experts said Nvidia enjoyed a massive incumbent advantage over Huawei, with one key edge being the reliance of existing AI projects on Nvidia's software ecosystem, while Huawei has its own ecosystem version called CANN. Analysts say it is much more limited in terms of the AI models it is capable of training. What is the latest chip? What is the latest chip? The 910B? The company also touted chip efficiency, said what is the latest chip? The 910B. Huawei has not officially announced the Ascend 910B, a newer version of the 910, but some details about the chip have emerged in public comments by some Chinese companies and academics, as well as in technical guides on Huawei's website. In August, the chairman of Chinese AI giant iFlytek, Liu Qingfeng, praised Huawei for producing a GPU that he said was basically the same as NVIDIA's A8100, and said iFlytek was working with Huawei to develop a hardware. Chinese media outlet Yikai later reported that the hardware was powered by a Zen 910B, which had not been previously known. Reuters also found that documents related to Ascend 910B, such driver and firmware upgrade guides, started appearing on Huawei's website this August. Last month, during iFlytek's earnings call, Senior Vice President Jiang Tao once again said the Ascend 910B's capabilities were comparable to NVIDIA's 8100. Baidu ordered 1,600 of Huawei 910B chips for 200 servers in August, one source told Reuters. Analysts and sources say that the 910B chips are comparable to NVIDIA's in terms of raw computing power, but they still lag behind in performance. Still, they are seen as the most sophisticated domestic option available in China. Why does this matter for Huawei and China? Analysts have estimated China's AI chip market to be worth $7 billion, renminbi 32.7 billion, and grabbing market share from NVIDIA could mark a win for Huawei against the US. Huawei has reiterated how it wants to become a key provider of computing power for AI, with Chief Financial Officer Meng Wanzhou saying in September that Huawei wanted to build a computing base for China and give the world a second option, in a veiled reference to dominant provider the US. In the absence of NVIDIA chips, China's AI firms will have to rely on domestic products like Huawei's less powerful chips, but analysts say that it could be only a matter of time before Huawei is able to choose to close this gap, given the amount of support and investment the Chinese government is pouring into AI and semiconductors. Canon's advanced chip machines to cost a fraction of ASML's best. The Business Times, published Monday, November 6, 2023. Canon has been working on nano imprint processes for almost a decade with Dai Nippon Printing and memory chip maker Kioxia Holdings. Canon plans to price its new chip making gear at a fraction of the cost of ASML Holdings' best lithography machines, seeking to make inroads in the cutting-edge equipment now playing a central role in the US-China tech rivalry. The Tokyo-based company's new nanoimprint technology will open up a way for smaller semiconductor markets to produce advanced chips, now almost wholly the dominant of the sector's biggest firms. Chief Executive Officer Fukio Mitarai said, "The price will have one digit less than ASML's AUVS Extreme Ultraviolet," said the 88 years old, now on his third stint as Canon's president after last stepping back from day-to-day operations in 2016. He added that a final pricing decision has not Holdings best lithography machines seeking to make has not been made. He added that a final pricing decision has not been made. Veldhoven, Netherlands-based ASML is the only supplier of EUV lithography tools, the world's most advanced chip making machines costing hundreds of millions of US dollars each, the product of decades of research and investment. EUV rigs are essential for mass production, producing the fastest and most energy efficient chips, which cram millions of transistors into every square millimeter of silicon. Only a handful of cash-rich companies can afford to invest in the tools, which are now under scrutiny for their linchpin status in the tech supply chain. ASML is banned from exporting EUV systems to Chinese customers, following US pressure on its allies to restrict technology flows to Beijing. That's fueled hope for Canon's new tools, which came to market last month. Tokyo's chip-making export curbs, which were expanded in July, do not explicitly name nanoimprint lithography. But Canon may not be able to ship the machines to China. According to Mitarai, my understanding is that exports of anything beyond 14 nanometer technology is banned. So I don't think we'll be able to sell. An official at Japan's economy ministry said he will not comment on how export curbs will affect a particular company or product. Canon's shares are up 27% since the start of the year. Rival Nikon, which also trails ASML in lithography tools, is up 24%. Canon has been working on nanoimprint processes for almost a decade with Dai Nippon printing and memory chip maker Kioxia Holdings. Unlike EUV lithography, which works by reflecting lights, Canon's technology stamps circuit patterns directly onto wafers to create chips at geometries it says are equivalent to the most advanced nodes, albeit at a much lower rate. The new machine gives chip makers the option to lower reliance on foundries, while also making it more feasible for contract chip makers such as Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing TSMC and Samsung Electronics to make small lots of chips. The machines require one-tenth of the power of their EUV counterparts, Canon said. I don't expect nanoimprint technology to overtake EUVs, but I'm confident this will create new opportunities and demand. Mitara said, "We are already fielding many inquiries from customers. Canon, which has until now focused on products used to make less advanced chips, began bidding on nanoimprint technology in 2014 with an acquisition of Pioneer Molecular Imprints. TSMC supplier Canon is building its first new plant for lithography equipment in 2 decades in Utsunomiya, north of Tokyo, to go online in 2025. Mitarai, who has been Canon's president for almost 18 years altogether and its CEO since 2006, said he has no interest in staying in power for life. Born in 1935, is credited by rescuing Canon's troubled operations when he first took the reins in 1995. Canon recently appointed a raft of new directors to join its board next year, including Canon's USA CEO Kazuto Ogawa, 1665, Industrial Group head Hiroaki Takeishi, 59, and Senior Managing Executive Officer Minoru Asada, 61, a sign of a new group of executives rising in the ranks. "It's my responsibility to find a successor," said Mitarai, who declined to comment on details such as timing, potential candidates, and how actively the firm was hunting for his next CEO. I want it to be a total surprise," he said. "Our employees will learn about it first, and then the rest of the world will hear about it through a press conference." Bloomberg.